Good morning and welcome back to another daily market outlook where I'm going to discuss with you all the major dollar pairs and gold. What we can see on the DXY, what happened is that we pushed up higher from yesterday. Yesterday, in the beginning of the day, we were trading towards the zone that I marked out over here on the 1 hour, where there was no liquidity in this move, and I wanted to see and wait if we could get a reaction in towards the downside from here. So I wanted to see a push up, then some manipulation down, another push up, and then a clear break in towards the downside to trade towards these ugly lows. But as you can see, we didn't get that, and price is now just continuing up higher after consolidating throughout the Asia session. And what I now do think that's going to happen is that we're going to take out at least this high over here. Also, this was not really clean price action. As I mentioned at the time, there's no real manipulation happening. So it's just a push up and then we start to slowly continue down lower. So wouldn't be weird and bad if we can take out this high over here. If we then look at this high over here, we can mark it out as liquidity, and I want to see a push into there, then a change of character in towards the downside, and then we can take some continuation in towards the downside for the DXY together with longs on the DXY pairs. So what I did is I kept my supply zone up over here. Yes, we tapped it, but I still do think this is just liquidity. So also on the 4 hour, a change of character in towards the downside, and then some further shorts down. Beautiful, beautiful lines that I'm drawing. Let's do that again. Push up, break down, and then some continuation down lower towards all this liquidity that was building up through last week. If we look at DXY for the premium versus discount, then what we can see is that we are trading in the premium prices now. So further shorts would be perfectly fine with me. And now it's just waiting for confirmation on DXY. So not jumping into any trades as of now. If we then go to the Euro USD chart, what we can see is that also we have been consolidating between this 4 hour fractal high and this 4 hour fractal low, together with the demand zone that we took a trade from last week. Also zooming in towards the 1 hour for some more clarity. What we can see and what I wanted to see is a reaction from either this ugly liquidity over here, but we're just pushing down lower. This is not giving us any reaction, and then we have still this demand zone open, but it's not the most beautiful demand zone, so this can also still be liquidity that we're going to grab. Together with DXY then pushing up a little bit higher, that would be perfectly fine. So maybe a push down in towards here. We are then still trading in towards this bigger demand zone, but because last week we took out liquidity underneath here, you could say there is a demand zone over here, maybe even this one, this small one over here. On the 1 hour, this is more clear. So waiting for a reaction, taking out this liquidity, and then a clear change of character in towards the upside. I'm not going to try and call the bottom here, but if we do then break up in towards the upside, there is a lot of room to take out these highs over here, a lot of liquidity in this move down. So I do see price continue in towards this high here, but it's just going to be a little bit more of a waiting game for now. And yeah, let's see what the markets can give us for today. I know that there is some news event in the afternoon today, so maybe that will provide us with the push up that we are waiting for. But for now, it's just continuing down lower, and I'm not going to try and catch anything here. Waiting for clear structure. Preferably also then on the 4 hour, we can swipe the low over here, because then what we can do is create this. Then our 4 hour fractal is also underneath here and not all the way up there. And if we then break that, I want to place a buy stop there and then just continue up higher from there. If we then look at GU, then we can see that GU is already developing rather nice. We are now trading in towards this bigger demand zone that I had drawn over here. There is still for the 1 hour a alert that I placed here. We're going to dive into that shortly. But on the 4 hour, what we can see as of now is that we have taken out the liquidity underneath these lows here. We are trading in towards the demand zone. If I want to refine the demand zone, then this is the refined demand zone. We have the yearly open here, and we took out already some liquidity. So if this liquidity can provide us maybe with a break up and then continuation in towards the upside, that would be perfectly fine. Otherwise, what we're going to do is push one more time lower in towards the demand zone over here, then see a change of character, and then also I want to trade this up higher with the 4 hour fractal structure. As of now, the 4 hour fractal structure is still bearish, and we didn't get the confirmation that we want to trade in towards the highs just yet. If we go to the 1 hour, then what we can see is, yes, there was clear liquidity underneath these lows. We grab the liquidity, we push up, we then break down one more time, taking out the early buyers. And now, yeah, what you want to see is a big reaction in towards the upside, but that is not happening currently. And still, this is a liquidity low for me. So wouldn't be bad if we can swipe that low, tap in toward demand, and then see a clear, maybe tap of the yearly open, a clear break of structure in towards the upside. And then I would be happy to look for some new longs, but that's also going to be a waiting game for now. If we then look at NU, and what we can see is that we're just consolidating. I still want to see lower prices tap in towards demand, or discount and demand would be beautiful. Taking out liquidity underneath here for our fractal comes back towards the structure here, then a break in towards the upside and continuation. But NU is not really ready as of now, so going to be a little bit more waiting for NU. But I do still see higher prices in the near future. Then if we go to AUD USD, AUD USD as well, I want to take longs, but as of now we're just consolidating and ranging here in the middle. Drew this yesterday where I wanted to see a push down lower. This low, yeah, you could have said it's safe, but it didn't break any structure, and we're still, yeah, like consolidating, ranging in towards the side. This is still a open liquidity point for me. This is a strong demand zone that we traded from last week. So would really love to see price continue down lower and then a change of character in towards the highs to continue up higher. But this really needs some more development. And because I use the 4 hour fractal as one of my main confluences, we're just in a range and I can't really trade this. So I either need to see this and then some like pullback and then a change of character in towards the upside to continue then higher, or it just needs to push down lower, taking out this liquidity low because there is no liquidity in this low and it's just a bump in the road and then a change of character in towards the highs. So let's see what we can get. Going to wait for that. On USD CAD, what happened is that we continued up even higher. Yesterday we didn't break the demand zone. This demand zone held and pushed price up even higher. Now what we can do and what can happen, but it kind of depends on the DXY. Like there is a possibility that I see price trade up higher, taking out liquidity and pushing in towards this 4 hour supply zone. That is a possibility, and then maybe from there further shorts. On the other hand, that would mean that the DXY continues up way higher in towards the premium prices. So then it also means that Euro USD is going to trade down even lower and maybe towards this low over here. So there will not be any longs. And that's kind of the thing that I'm waiting for, is what is going to happen with DXY. Because if, on the other hand, USD is going to push up higher, then maybe we can even look for some longs on here. And if you look at the 1 hour, this is now not structure that held, so we broke this bearish structure. Would have been really nice if we could have taken out the liquidity underneath here, but we, or did we or didn't we? Let me see. No, we didn't. So we just traded above here. So would have been beautiful if we could have taken out this liquidity, then a clear break in towards the upside, because then, yes, I could have looked for a continuation long here on the 1 hour structure in line with the 4 hour fractal structure and in line with the bullish dollar as of now. But yeah, we didn't swipe the liquidity, so it's not a convincing trade for me. And I'm going to wait. Maybe if we do this, take out some more liquidity and then see a break in towards the upside, I can maybe take a long in towards this supply zone on the 4 hour. But we're going to have to wait, because if DXY starts to trade down lower from that supply zone already, then I don't want to be in any longs, and I'm just going to wait, not place this, but wait for price to push up higher, clear break of structure, and then continuation in towards the downside. So that's it for USD CAD. Then USD JPY is still going to be quick because nothing here to do as of now. Then we have USD CHF, and USD CHF, I also want to look for a short position, but after we broke structure over here for our structure, we want to see a retracement in towards at least 0.5 for the best trade opportunity. We can then see that we started to create some bullish order flow over here. And this is not a strong high. So this is still liquidity, in my opinion, that we can take out. So maybe even liquidity that we can trade towards. Then what we can see over here is that we have a small 1 hour demand zone, but it's not really strong because it didn't take out any liquidity. Also, these are just ascending lows. So also not really strong, but what we did now do is we pushed down and took out some of the 1 hour liquidity, and then we had a clear break in towards the upside. Only thing is, we took out those lows, then we pushed up higher, and we didn't swipe the lows one more time. So it's not really strong and convincing for me. So also over here, it could work out if you look for a long position somewhere over here, but it's not really clear for me as of now, and I don't see this happening. So I'm going to stay out and just wait for the A plus short positions. If we can take out this liquidity over here, then see a change of character in towards the downside, then I would be happy to look for some more shorts. But for now, that's going to be a waiting game. Then we have gold. And gold on the 4 hour did break fractal, 4 hour fractal bullish twice now. I did want to see this low to get taken out. We perfectly tapped 0.5, and then on the 1 hour we broke in towards the upside. So yes, it could be that we're going to see a new push in towards the highs now. From here, a push in towards the highs. Only thing is, I don't really like a position if I place my buy stop over here and then my stop loss all the way over here, because then I have a rather big stop loss and I can't even trade towards my ultimate target. So this is not a trade for me to take. And on the other hand, we're still really consolidative over here. Not real clear price action came into the markets. So maybe if we can swipe the lows one more time, tap the monthly open, take out all the people that thought, okay, we're going to buy from this liquidation over here, and then see a 4 hour change of character that's a little bit more like closer towards the point that we're trading and with some more clearer structure than this consolidative price action here, then yes, I want to look for some longs, but as of now, just going to stay out. Then one more thing in this video, because silver on the other hand, I have been ignoring silver for quite a while, but yesterday I looked at it and I thought, well, there is the nice price action. What we did on the 1 hour is create a swing break of structure over here. So this is our 1 hour swing break of structure. Let me mark that out, swing break of structure. Then what we can see is that we have a swing structure over here. This low took out a lot of the liquidity underneath here, and then we started to break up higher. So there are two possible scenarios. Either after taking out this liquidity here, we now push down lower, take out liquidity, and see a change of character in towards the highs. That's one of the possibilities. On the other hand, we do have some descending highs over here, so this is really ugly and just liquidity. If we then go to the 1 hour, what could also happen is that we took out some liquidity underneath this low here. So I'm marking that out as liquidity, XX, okay. Then what we can see is that we take out the liquidity, we push up higher, we swipe the lows, also on 5 o'clock in the afternoon, so it's active trading time, and then we break in towards the upside. So on the other hand, what could happen is that this is now our demand zone on the 1 hour, and it's strong enough to hold. So I want to see price trade in towards there. Don't press my button twice. Trade in towards here, then show us a clear change of character. And then what we can do is maybe take a buy stop order over here with our stop loss underneath here or underneath the new low, but this is even more safe, and then trade it up towards this liquidity here. So then, yeah, this would be even better. And then it's going to be a 1 to 2 risk to reward for me, because that's what I always trade. And then this could be a possible silver trade, but also we need some more confirmation for that. So I'm going to monitor this throughout the day, and maybe for the end of the week, maybe tomorrow, this is going to be a good setup. But that's kind of my view on the market for today. It's still waiting. Didn't trade this week as of yet. And I'm just waiting for the perfect setups to show itself to me. Guys, thanks for watching today's market outlook, and leave a like, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel if you like to see more. I'm here Monday to Friday with new market outlooks. See you guys on the next one. Have a good trading day. Bye.